There is so much debate in the NFL if this guy is the right quarterback for this team. Will he get them over the hump? Will he win them Super Bowls? Is he the bridge for the younger quarterback coming in next year? Will this younger quarterback be the next star? There are so many questions with every quarterback, every team. And today, I'm going to do the best of my abilities with my opinion to answer if every NFL team has their franchise quarterback on this awesome tier list here. In the bottom, we have definitely not. I have that saved for one special team. Above that, we have no, definitely not, in my opinion, probably not. Above that is I don't think so. They could be, I guess, but I don't see it. And then above that, we have maybe. And then above that, we have getting older. So getting older could be some bad quarterbacks, and it could also be really, really good quarterbacks. But that just means that they are right now, but not for long. And then above that, I think so. And then above that is absolutely 100%. Comment down below, as a Panthers fan, you think Bryce Young is your franchise quarterback. Comment down below, like what team you are a fan of and if you have your franchise quarterback. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. All right, so the first team we have is my division rival, the New Orleans Saints. Their quarterbacks currently on the team, based off last year, were Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler. There's a chance of Derek Carr coming back for retirement for a good team, but I don't think he's going to go to a good team because no good team's going to want him, respectfully. But Saints, maybe. I personally don't know. Spencer Rattler, I don't think is a franchise quarterback. I think he's a solid backup. Tyler Shuck did show positive signs, but I am not fully convinced. Maybe this is a little biased that Tyler Shuck is not the guy. Obviously, I hope he isn't. Nothing against him, but he also is like 26 years old. So if he's not the guy now, he better be. They better get somebody else. Dolphins, Malik Willis. I don't think so, man. Listen, I love Malik as a quarterback. I think he's got potential. I just don't know if he's going to be that guy to bring them to the Super Bowl. I think he maybe could go to another team and succeed. I hope he succeeds. I'd love to see Malik succeed, but especially with the situation around him, his best player on offense, his only player on offense is Devon Achane, and that's not good recipe for success. A new head coach, new general, new everything for the Dolphins, so it's going to be tough for him as a basically first-time starter going into a season to process all that, but he's had to process a lot throughout his career, never been in the same system for 2 years. So I believe in him. I think he could be, but as of right now, I just don't think so because of the people around him. Lamar Jackson, absolutely. I don't know if he's ever going to win a Super Bowl. Probably not, considering how the Ravens are, but he's obviously a really good quarterback. Won MVP before. He's very good dual threat. He can run, he can throw. But his playoff performances do have to be better, and they need to get him a receiver. And hopefully Jesse Minter is right for him. Cincinnati, Joe Burrow, absolutely. I think Joe Burrow is arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. I personally think he is. Very good football player, very competitive. I know he has, injury history, and they say your best availability is your availability. Best ability is your availability. So I think Joe Burrow is a really good football player. And I think that this team needs to just work around him more, especially on the offensive line and defense. Denver Broncos, Bo Nix. People are going to say they think so, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to see him with Jalen Waddle and Cortland Sutton together. But I think Bo Nix, he's okay. Like, I don't know if he's going to be that guy. The reason Denver made it far was the defense. I don't know. We'll see. But he's a maybe for me. Jackson Dart, I personally believe he is. He's a very good football player. Very competitive. Takes a lot of hits. He's just physicality. You can see when quarterbacks take hits like that and run like that, they very competitive. They want to win. They'll do everything for an extra yard. And that's obviously very important in the NFL if you want to win games. He was good last year before, excuse me, he got hurt. And that was only 1 year. And obviously, he didn't have Malik Neighbors for most of the year. And his best receiver was Wan'Dale Robinson. So, which, he's not bad, but he's not a wide receiver one. So, I have to see what Dart does with more. And I still think the Giants should add another receiver through the draft to pair Malik Neighbors. Hopefully, Neighbors can stay healthy, though. Vikings, JJ McCarthy, probably not. Kyler Murray, maybe. Um, Obviously, Kyler's getting older. I'm not really going to put quarterbacks on getting older if they're like under the age of 30, 31. Just to clarify that. Kyler could be. It's a good upside risk for the Vikings. They're taking him on a veteran minimum, so they're not giving him much money. If he goes out there and throws 3 picks a game, they got to go back to JJ McCarthy. They could. It's not a lot of money they're losing for Kyler Murray. It's not even $2 million. So JJ McCarthy definitely struggled, but I think this guidance from Kyler Murray, even if Kyler Murray gets benched halfway through the year, could help JJ. But I think either way, Kyler Murray is going to play really, really good. I just have a feeling with Justin Jefferson, yeah, this team might go to the NFC Championship. Rams, Stafford, absolutely franchise quarterback. I'm just going to put him at getting older because he's got 1 year left. I know we all said this last year and probably the year before, maybe the year before that. But this is it. This is Stafford's last year. Um, and he's the guy, obviously. I'd like to see the Rams take a quarterback in round 1 or 2 this year. So next year, they have a quarterback that sat behind Stafford and in McVay's system. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker. How old is Baker? Drafted in 2018. He's getting up there. I'll just say I think so. I mean, he plays with a lot of competitiveness. Obviously, he struggled later in the year. I'll just put him there. There's not much really discussion there. Um, Jared Goff, he's a good quarterback. Obviously, he is getting older. I think he's like 33 now. So he's probably only going to really play for a couple more years. But I think Jared Goff is a good quarterback. He had good numbers last year. He's consistent. Just that playoff game kind of ruined everybody's perspective on him. But, it is what it is. Caleb Williams, I think so. As much as Bears fans annoy me with their stupid little debates in La La Land, I think Caleb Williams is the franchise quarterback. I'm going to add another tier here, probably. So we got absolutely, definitely not. We got I think so. We got no. Getting older, I don't think. We're good. Caleb Williams, I think, is the franchise quarterback for the Bears. Especially, he has a good clutch gene. Brock Purdy, I think so. Here, I do want to add another tier here. And it's 90% sure. There we go. So we could put guys like Dart Williams here. Yeah. So Brock Purdy, I think so. He did struggle a little bit. I know he wasn't healthy a lot. A lot of the players around him got hurt. I know his stats are a lot lower without McCaffrey, but I still think Brock is the guy for the 49ers. And, you don't want to take a gamble on finding a quarterback that's better than him because there may not be many, and he's got a huge contract. So Jalen Hurts, 90% sure. Obviously, he's getting up there in age. He's going to lose A.J. Brown to the Patriots on June 2nd. But besides that, he has Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley. The Eagles' offense has to produce more. I think Kevin Patulu really held them back, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the new offensive coordinator. But they got to do something. They got to do something this year because their offense is way too talented to play that bad. I don't know if it's, chemistry, if it was coaching, probably a little bit of all. Not 100% Patulu's fault, but a majority of it, I think. So I have to see how this offense and Jalen Hurts plays when they have a new offense coordinator, which will be this season. Moving on, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. As of right now, definitely not. I'll say no, but obviously they're going to go with Fernando Mendoza. And if they do take Mendoza, it'd go to maybe before I see him play. We're going to get more into the process of how I think about every draft prospect, including watching some film. So make sure if you haven't already subscribed to watch that. But as of right now, the Raiders on their roster do not have a quarterback. Green Bay Packers, I think so. I'm not 90% sure. Actually, he's better than Jalen Hurts. Jordan Love is a good quarterback, very accurate, but he needs to stop throwing picks. His picks come in the worst time. I think there's a difference between like being a gunslinger and, if you throw a couple picks, so what? But his picks come at the worst time whenever I watch. So he needs to chill on that. But other than that, he's good. Jaden Daniels, I'm 90% sure. I don't know why people have really thought about giving up on him yet. He had, you know, struggled a little bit before he got hurt, but I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's a franchise guy. When we seen him healthy and play a full year, he was very dynamic on his legs and throwing the ball, so he's a very good football player. And the Commanders are going to want to get back to what they did when he was healthy. Arizona, no. Minshew, Brissett, no. No. I don't even have to explain that one. Steelers. Technically, Will Howard is their quarterback. I'm gonna say I don't think so. If Aaron Rodgers comes back, obviously he's gonna be the getting older tier. But yeah, right now they don't. Technically, Rodgers is a free agent. Josh Allen and the Bills, absolutely one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL since he's joined the league. He's very good on his legs, even though he gets his butt pushed a lot, like Jalen Hurts. And he's accurate. Playoff, he plays well. Last year he didn't, but before that he has. And I think the upper management in this team need to treat him better. Atlanta Falcons. No, I don't think so at all. Tua, Michael Penix, I don't know. Definitely not. Definitely not Michael Penix. It wouldn't be surprised me if Tua somehow goes nuts, but not Michael Penix. Seattle Seahawks, Sam Darnold, think so. He's a good football player. He's got that competitiveness. Took him a while to get to this position, but you never know. I know Sam Darnold has put together 2 really good years, but you never know. He could just decline a little bit. But I think he's a really good football player, and I'm sure that Seattle has their franchise guy. Drake May, absolutely. That's not even really a debate. Drake May was my best quarterback that I said in that draft class, and I still stand on that. Took them to the Super Bowl in year, what, 2, 3, whatever. Very good football player. He's a good leader, and Patriots just need to keep building around him, really. Cleveland Browns. Houston Texans. CJ Stroud, I'd think so, but it's going a little towards maybe a little bit. I need to see CJ Stroud with confidence and an offensive line. That's my opinion. He's got weapons. He just needs the confidence, trust himself to throw the ball down the field, make the right reads, make the right decisions, and an offensive line to block and protect for him. Once he does that, we'll evaluate him then. But I think he's a good football player. Patrick Mahomes, obviously, absolutely, is getting a little older, though, but he's franchise guy, arguably the best quarterback in the NFL when he's fully healthy. But Matt Nagy has made him look mid for 2 years, so that's not his fault. Dak Prescott getting older, good quarterback, but he's just getting older. Like I said, he's probably like 34 now. A lot of people don't realize how old Prescott is, so he's getting up there. Dallas going to have to find a replacement in a couple years. But Dak obviously had a really good year. Most passing yards in the NFL, really up there with Lamb and Pickens. Herbert, I would say 90% sure. Herbert's a gunslinger. Really good arm. He takes a lot of hits. They need an offensive line, though. They need to protect him better. And I'm excited to see if those offseason renovations help him a bit. We'll have to see. But yeah, Hampton will be back next year healthy. They need another wide receiver to pair with Ladd McConkey. And once they get that, should be sturdy. Jets, definitely not. They're the special team. Did you guys see what Aaron Glenn said about uh, Geno Smith the other day? He said he's a franchise guy. He's seen it before. Fire him, dude. Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young. I think so. Actually, I'm 90% sure. I believe in Bryce. He's gotten better every single year. Interceptions have gone down. Yards have gone up. Touchdowns have gone up. If we keep improving the supporting cast around him, those numbers will keep rising. And I believe Bryce Young is the guy to bring Super Bowls to Carolina. He just got to prove it. Tennessee, Cam Ward. I think so. Same boat as Jackson Dart, played well, but Tennessee, he had a bunch of idiots around him, practically, who didn't know how to play football for a very long time. I mean, A.O. Monner was his best receiver. Dickey was their best receiver. Like, dude, go get a wide receiver. Ridley's not it. And then running back, Pollard played well. The offensive line was okay. Losing Chickakwanku will hurt. Tennessee just needs to build around him. Indianapolis Colts, Daniel Jones, and who else do they got? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Daniel Jones is going to be the franchise guy. I know he played well before he got hurt. I don't trust him. Coming off an Achilles tear, which I hope he recovers fully, and I don't trust it. Trevor Lawrence. May piss some people off. He played well down the stretch. That was the best I've seen Trevor Lawrence play, but it took that long. I don't know if he's going to carry that into next year. If he doesn't, he's not the guy, and they're going to move on from him. But let me know what you guys thought about this tier list. Figured I'd do a little switch up here. I know I said I'd do a mock draft today, but I was going to do it, and then I thought about it. I was like, not much is going to change, so I'll do it next Monday, 100% mock draft. Let me know any video ideas you have for the future, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, like this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you think your team has your franchise quarterback, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.